the long-awaited second video in the two-part series of the Instapot. Today we were making chicken soup, no noodles. So we've taken the Instapot that we received 2 years ago for Christmas, and we're preparing it for use. We're going to be putting the stock pot pan into it, and we're going to be doing sautéing of vegetables, and then we're going to add chicken. We're going to saute some chicken breasts before we add them to the Instapot because they have skin and bones on them. They're not skinless and boneless. So we're going to add some avocado oil to the pan, and then we're going to turn the pan on medium and let it heat up, and then we're going to put the chicken in.
And he's going to sear each side.
So we're going to sear 4 bone-in chicken breasts, 3 minutes per side.
And also has the skin on the chicken breast.
All right. We're going to take this chicken, turn it over, and give it another 3 minutes, browning nicely on the skin side. Got to give it another 3 minutes of searing. All right, the chicken is seared on both sides, 3 minutes aside. This is what it looks like. All right, we're gonna put the Instapot inner liner in and set it for saute by pressing this button down here that says saute on it. And we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. We actually have 1 tablespoon in there. We're gonna add 2 more. There's number 2. There's number 3. Now we're gonna saute the onions. For 5 to 7 minutes. And they're going to turn to a translucent golden color in that time. All right, we're stirring the onions as they saute right now during that 7-minute saute time. You see that they're turning golden, and we're waiting for them to become a bit more translucent. We've got, right now they've been on there for about 3 minutes. We got 4 more minutes to go. All right, it's been 7 minutes that the onions have been sauteing, and they've started to get translucent. Looking mighty good. So now we're going to add some crushed garlic. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of that. We're using crushed stuff. So here's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and 3 tablespoons. I'm going to stir that around. Get that going. And then we're going to add celery and carrots and let them saute for another 3 minutes. All right, so we've sauteed the celery and carrots and garlic in addition to the onions for a little longer than 3 minutes, and now we're going to be adding our skin-on and bone-in chicken breasts. Now we're using skin-on and bone-in chicken breasts because it'll give the chicken soup a richer, deeper flavor with the bones and the skin. So we're putting our chicken breasts in, and now we're going to add 2 bay leaves on top of that. And we're going to add our water. We've got 3 cups of water. There's 2 cups right here. And another, to make 3 cups total. And now we're going to put our chicken stock in. We're going to use 4 cups of chicken stock. So that's, we got 2 cups of this coming right in. Off camera, so you can hear it gurgling. 2 cups of chicken stock. And another 2 cups of chicken stock. My math is correct, that's 4 cups of chicken stock.
Yes, your math is correct. It has been audited.
All right. Now we're going to put the lid on the Instant Pot. Then we're going to press pressure cook. Maybe we have to cancel first. Now we have to press pressure cook, and we're going to use the high pressure level, which is already shown, high. And we're going to start 25 minutes, or 20 minutes. So we're going to, there we go.
Now, before you hit that, you do the seal on the lid, or?
No, it's the seal's on the lid already.
Oh.
All right, so what happened after we got it to pressure cooking and the right pressure level, which is high, was that it did a little preheat thing. This the display showed on, and we set it down to 20 minutes. It preheated for around 20 minutes, and then the 20 minutes showed up, and now it's actually pressure cooking at 20 minutes. You have 5 minutes of that 20 minutes left. The float valve stem is up, so you can't remove the lid by accident because there's pressure in there. And the vent here is automatically closed, and we'll be opening that later after the 20 minutes is done, or actually we're going to let it set for 10 minutes and make sure that it's cooled down sufficiently. This over here is where the steam comes out. And in the back we have a little condensation tray, a little plastic condensation tray. Right here.
Yeah, maybe just turn it a little bit.
I can't. This translucent plastic cup back here is to catch the condensation. Make sure this is in place. The 20-minute cook time is over, and it is actually in cool down mode. It's been cooling down for 14 minutes. Now we're going to press the button.
We were both surprised by that. First time we're using this, so yes, it made us jump.
And of course, the aroma that comes out of that steam vent is all chicken noodly. What we're looking for is to see that this silver button goes down, and then we'll be able to remove the lid. And then we'll be able to get the chicken out, and we'll pull the chicken apart with a fork, and then put it back in and add the parsley. Okay, the steam has stopped coming out of this vent right back here. This button has dropped down, which will allow us to remove the lid, which we're going to do right now. Makes a little tune, plays a little tune. I'm going to take this off here. Let some condensation come off. You can see inside that the pressure cooker has done some pressure cooking. And now we're going to take the chicken breast out and put it on this cutting board so that we can pull the chicken off the bone and return it back into the broth. So we removed the chicken meat from the bones, and we also separated the skin off the bones, shredding with these 2 forks to the nice little chunks of chicken. We removed the 2 bay leaves, and we're going to discard those. And now we're going to add some seasoning, but first we're going to put the Instant Pot on saute. We're going to put the Instant Pot on saute. How about if we start like this? Now we're going to put the Instant Pot on saute, and we're going to add a teaspoon of thyme leaves. We're going to add a teaspoon of oregano leaves. And we're going to put a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt in there, if we can get the lid off. gonna grind into this, into the big part of the scooper thing. Teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, and now we're going to add the chicken back in. Discarding the bay leaves, taking the cutting board that we shredded the chicken on, bringing it right over on the side here, and using one of these forks, bringing it lower it back in and trying not to splash too much. Chicken's back in. We're going to stir it a little bit with the wooden spoon and let it saute a little, let it simmer a little bit. All right, now we're going to add as a final garnish 1/3 of a cup of freshly chopped parsley. We're going to stir that in and make some commentary about the ease of use of the Instant Pot. This Instant Pot was received for Christmas 2019, so it's been almost 3 years before we actually used it for the first time. We thank Diane's nieces for this wonderful gift. It was a pleasure to use. It actually made cooking a pleasure. And we're going to taste some really mighty fine chicken soup. Some folks would actually add noodles to this, and there's no problem with adding noodles, but we're not doing noodles in this one. It's just chicken and vegetables and seasoning and some chicken broth. And I hope you folks enjoyed our cooking demonstration with the Instant Pot. Thank you very much for watching.